Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. If you don't know who I am already, my name is Emily Davis and I work to bring awareness to humanity and help to lift the frequencies in individuals and on the whole planet. So working here energetically to help you shift in consciousness, and I will give you all the data that I have. I don't hold anything back. I'm not going to give you 99% truth and keep a key back that will prevent you from shifting. So just wanted to introduce myself and tell you that in the very beginning. There are lots of other videos that I've done on consciousness, but I really wanted to speak today because I've seen a lot over the last week. There's been a huge rally in London. 50,000 people were estimated, or just under 50,000 people. There's been a huge rally in Berlin. Some people reported that there was up to 5 million people there. I'm not sure if that amount is overestimated or whether it's a true estimate, but there were a lot of people who went to that rally in Berlin, and Robert F. Kennedy was there, and he did a lot of talking there and speeches. So that was really helpful to everybody, because it shows that we do have people who are in high up, or what we perceive as high up official positions, really supporting the shift of humanity, which is where we are now. And I just wanted to say that this is really about consciousness. I have said this before, and you know, if I had a crowd of 50,000 people in front of me, I would be telling you about consciousness. Yes, there are lots of things to say about the so-called pandemic or plandemic or scamdemic, whichever you prefer to call it, or simply a virus. But at the end of the day, all there really is consciousness. And yeah, as I said, if I had that crowd in front of me, I would be telling the crowd about consciousness, because it's only when you are conscious that you are able to stop what is going on, or what is perceived to be going on in the exterior. So it's a very basic, I'm going to tell you in a basic layman's terms way, because that's just me. I'm not a scientist. I'm not a doctor. I don't have any so-called qualifications, so to speak, higher than UK GCSEs, and I'm just an ordinary person. You know, I don't claim to be anything. I don't claim to be somebody, or I don't claim to be a leader. I don't claim to be anything. I don't claim to be ego. I'm not ego. I am source, but not in an egoic way. And you are all source as well. So just to, so you can comprehend that I'm not working from ego. You are all source as well. And some of you are just not aware of that. And you are all equal to me. You are not higher and you are not lower. And I am not higher and I am not lower. We are all on what I call an even keel. And I don't support harm. I don't support wrongdoings. I don't support controlling others. I don't support narratives that control others. And I don't support crimes against humanity, or perceived crimes against humanity. I don't support people who tell half the truth, or 90% of the truth, or 99.9% of the truth. I just can only give you my truth, which I feel is the truth. Some people might not resonate in that, might not be on that frequency with me, but the truth is that you are consciousness, pure consciousness, which is love frequency, and your consciousness created your body First, it created your heart. Your heart was the first thing that your consciousness created for you to be in the physical. And your heart is an over unity device, and your heart, coupled with your consciousness, created everything else you see, i.e. your world, your earth. So coincidentally or not, heart and earth are anagrams of each other. Your heart is the inner world. Your earth is the outer world. So I just want to tell you this in layman's terms, because when we get into really scientific things, laymen like, or lay women like you and I, it's very difficult to understand. And people think that consciousness is like, oh my God, the quantum field, entanglement, I'm you, you and me. People go, ooh, and they can't, it's too much. So basically, I'm going to put it to you like this. Your source, you can translate that to God, Allah, Buddha, Jesus, whatever you want. Consciousness, source energy, that's up to you. But basically, you are source, i.e. you are everything. Ever watch the film Lucy? At the end, your source, your energy. So, you created a body, and you brought your consciousness into the vehicle to drive your body, which we know as the mind, body, spirit is obviously unseen workings and energy. So if you'd have just come on your own, you create your body, you create earth, what are you going to do here by yourself? So the answer is you're going to be bored. So you split yourself up. Imagine a circle, a pie chart. When we teach children maths, you cut that pie into pieces. Each piece is other bodies, animals, insects, places, objects, material things, or, you know, all the different things, nature, all the things that are in our earth. So you cut yourself up into segments, and you made other creations in order to have experiences, and basically that's what you're doing. But every segment of the pie is the pie, and when you put all those segments together, they're the whole. And all those, if you take them all apart, and you take one piece of the pie over here, one piece of the pie over there, one behind you, one in front of you, over here, over there, over here, over here, over here. All these pieces of the pie are still connected because they're a piece of the pie. And then you bring them all back together, they're whole. And you see the pie. You see everything in the pie. All the ingredients in the pie. All the ingredients to your world that make up your world. So that's the people, the plants, everything that you see, from a blade of grass to your children, to the street, the pavement that you're walking upon. So everything is consciousness. Every single thing is you. So we have to get to a point where we remember this. So we came here into this body. Originally we forgot. We agreed to forget who we were so that we could wake up and come back and remember that we're source. When you remember that you're source, then you can not manipulate, not control, not stand over, not stand under, but you can create and you can experience in love and bliss and joy without harm. And you can direct the energy. That is not the same as manipulation, and it is not the same as control. Directing the energy to experience good stuff. The energies on this planet have lifted up so high over the last few years that they do not support harm. And this is why you're seeing that every time the mainstream media, or which you created, is you, as I've just told you, it's part of the pie. It's a slice of the pie. Every single thing that the so-called cabal, the banks, the mainstream media, the pharmaceuticals, etc., the governments, everything that they are doing is not harming you. It's inadvertently, or not inadvertently, not coincidentally, it is waking you up. So we're all playing roles. So I'm playing a role here, and I'm telling you how it is so that you can take my information. You don't have to believe me. You can discern it. You can listen to what I'm saying. You can think, yeah, I resonate with that, or she's talking a load of bullshit. It's up to you what you believe. As I said, I'm not standing over you. I'm not trying to control you, and I'm not saying you have to believe me. It's up to you, because you are your own part of consciousness. I'm just hoping to trigger you to remember that you're source, and I'm a fractal of you who's remembering what's not only here but here in your heart. Okay, it's all in your heart. So, and what they're doing is they're inadvertently, or not, as I said, waking up you. And so when we hear stories lines or narratives like the children are being saved, the children have been tortured, rituals have been done on them, this, that and the other. I don't want to talk too much about this, because when you talk too much, thoughts, actions and words create. So what I want to say is this is not happening, this has happened. And this data is flowing because it's time for humanity to wake. All of humanity, every single part of humanity to wake. And some of them are not waking as quickly as others. And being awake and being aware are two very different things. Awake and awareness are not the same. When you're aware, you can then, you know, when you start to know you're awake, you're waking up, you're going, oh my God, what's going on around, you know, and everything. When you're aware that it's you and it's your consciousness and your source, you can cut it dead and stop it. Okay, so all these storylines, what they're doing is it's like having a nightmare. If you was to be dreaming about this, or rather having a nightmare about this, your body would react. You would be tossing, you'd be turning, you'd be sweating, you might be murmuring or moaning in your sleep, and then all of a sudden you'd go BAM, bolt upright, and you'd shake like this, and you'd go, oh my fucking God, what have I just dreamt? Bolt upright. So this is symbolic. Remember, the outside world is a reflection of what's in the heart. It's a reflection of what's inside, because everything's inside. Everything and everyone is inside you. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. That is not the truth. There is nothing external without being internal first. It starts in your heart, the over unity device that your consciousness made first. The first part of your body is the heart, and it can be heard on an ultrasound, the first thing, and seen on an ultrasound at approximately 5 weeks pregnant, maybe a little bit sooner than that now. So, because it's there from conception, as soon as the cells start dividing, the heart is formed, because that's what creates everything else. So it's symbolic. The children's story is symbolic. It's like you're all asleep, you're in this coma, you're in this real coma, you can't remember self, you don't know anything about consciousness, nothing at all. And then all of a sudden, you find out, you become awake, then you become aware that you're source, and you go BAM, upright, bolt upright, you're awake. And you're aware now. So this is these stories. So actually, remember, they're only narratives, but the storylines are symbolic and waking you up. And the bad guys, we're all playing roles. Like I said before, I'm playing a role, and I'm giving you this information in layman's terms, so it's nice and easy for you to understand. Doing it through giving you analogies and examples. And the bad guys are doing this. They're playing roles to wake you up. They want you to remember that you're source. And when you do remember that you're source, you do stop with the anger and you just arrest. Arrest means stop. It's like if you have a cardiac arrest, your heart stopped. Yeah? Go and look the word up, arrest, on Google or the dictionary, and you'll see that arrest means stop. So what Trump followers are saying in the United States is that, and about these children and the traffickers and everything else, they're saying there's been mass arrests. That means that people around the world, individuals, are waking up. They're stopping being in a coma and they're waking up and they're becoming aware so that humanity can live in peace. This is really what this is about. And humanity can then create things that don't involve harm. And we can have a beautiful existence on this planet. And this is why some people say we're star seeds. We're from the stars, and we came here to embody that, to help humanity on. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. I kind of do resonate with that in my heart, but and I've never really fitted in with a lot of people. But as people are waking up, I seem to fit in a lot better than what I did. So so that's it for you in a nutshell. So everything's in reverse. So the villains are now actually, in a very strange way, changing to heroes in a sense. Not from the storylines, obviously, that we're being told, because that's just absolute disgust of these storylines. They're terrible. They're the most awful thing that we've ever heard. But as I was saying, what those storylines have done is they've got us to do the 180 flip, and it's going to come full circle. We're going to really realise, go from like not being completely sick, 180 flip and go around full circle, 360. Now you're aware and awake and secured, and you are source, and you direct the energy to a form of bliss and happiness and love and no harm at all in this world. Because that's the only way that humanity can move forward. So, you know, we're not, the energies don't support. We've heard about vaccines and nanotech, and the old vaccines, okay, are, you can use your consciousness just to get the shit out of your body. You can use tools, i.e. herbs, natural foods, super greens, things like that, to actually remove all the metals and stuff. The new vaccines, they're talking about using nanotechnology and all this kind of thing. But again, you can use your consciousness to block them. Your consciousness is so powerful. Consciousness is the source of it all, and it created everything. So don't let anyone tell you that you're anything less than source, because that's not true. You are pure source love frequency. And at the moment, I'm only getting 200 views on my videos. That's nothing. 50,000 people went to London. It was reported that millions went to Berlin. But these people are not seeing these explanations, and they need to see that. So please, like the video, share it, turn on your notifications in case I get new data. And let me tell you, I'm not channeling this data from anyone else. I'm not in contact with other beings. I'm not in contact with intel, such as the White House, such as Q, such as government officials, insiders. I'm not in contact with anyone. And you should only listen to you. That's my advice. And you should only listen to one part of you. And that is your heart. And all the data of all of creation is here. It's in your heart. So if you ever want to know about something, you go, I want to know, for example, what foods can help me detox from vaccines? Go in, really feel in your heart. Go in, bring that data out. Feel it, bring it in your gut. Feel your gut, where you get your intuition from. There's a brain in your gut. So bring it with your gut, connect it to your heart. Know that it's there. You can't see all of me, but I'm just moving my hand from my heart to my gut. And I'm saying basically that, you know, you do that, and the next thing you will know, with a very, very short delay, if any, the information will pop up in front of you. But know that that didn't come from an exterior source. It came from here. Because all of creation's data, the whole database of creation, everything, universes, far and wide, is in your heart. And this is the biggest secret that the old unconscious you blocks you from knowing. The old, it's not they. When people talk about they don't want you to know this, they are the old unconscious version of you, the asleep version of you. So they are not on the outside, they're just the old you, the old asleep version. Wake up, become aware, secure your awareness, stay in that place. Any data you want, go straight into your heart and pull that data out. That is how it works. I promise you, that's all the data I have, and that is the whole truth at this moment that I have, and I'm passing that on to you. Please make this video go viral, because this is what's going to wake people up. And I'm going to go into my heart, and I'm going to ask lots of people to see this video and share this video, so that lots more people, you know, I got 33,000 views talking about council tax, 5 years ago. And that data is out of date now. It's not even complete. People kept saying, are you going to update? Are you going to update? This is the update. So you don't want council tax bills? Cancel them. Stop them. Yeah? It's very simple. As I've just explained, that's exactly what you need to do. You also need to look into OPPT. This was when all the old was foreclosed. The old you was closed down, and you were given the opportunity to move into the new you. So please do look up OPPT. I've got other videos where you can go on. If you go onto my channel and look down, you'll see about it. And you can go on to www.i-uv.com, which is I and the Universal Value Exchange, because you are the value. And you're just giving energy, and that's the exchange, consciousness and energy, and you're bringing it out of your heart, into your heart, out in, manifestations, start in your heart, end outside, you experience. It's that simple. So please like and share far and wide, because people need this now. And that's my intent, is to give you that information. As I said before, you don't need to believe me. You don't need to take this this information upon yourself, and if you don't want to, if it doesn't resonate with you, if it's not on your frequency, that's fine. You find yourself in you, and remember your source truth in you, because it's all about you. The only thing that's real in your reality is you and your own consciousness. So that's the truth from my perspective. And I hope that resonates with you. And if it does, then please share. It was really nice talking to you guys today. So thank you for listening. I really appreciate your energy that you bring to the channel, and I appreciate the time that you've taken, even though time is an illusion as well. But I appreciate you taking the time from a human linear perspective to listen to what I have to say. And that's all I have to say at the moment, but any data that comes, I will share. But that's it in a nutshell. So thank you very much. Take care, people. Bye.